Hi, today we are going to make Stollen, which is a German Christmas classic. Probably that's the most common treat people think of when they think of German Christmas food. Usually there's a nice log of marzipan in the middle, and I love marzipan, so I love Stollen, obviously. I did a few things myself, like I made the marzipan myself, I made all the candied orange and lemon peels myself, but you could of course do store-bought for all of those things. I just think that homemade is the best. So let's get started with the Stollen, because of course when you're making bread with yeast, it takes time to rise. So I wanna get started right now. You're gonna want a food scale because all this is in grams. So we need 500 grams of flour. So next we have to add our yeast. Online, they said 42 grams of fresh yeast cube. I don't know what a fresh yeast cube is, but I looked up online the conversion, and apparently for fresh yeast, you want to half the amount for dry yeast. So if I need 42 grams of fresh yeast, then I will need 21 grams of active dry yeast, which is 3 whole packets, and that seems like a lot to me, but I don't know. That's what it says online, because each packet is 7 grams, so 7 times 3 is 21. So I guess we will just throw 3 of these into here, and hopefully I don't have monster dough. I guess I'll try these 3, let's see how it goes. Seems like a lot of yeast. The last thing we need is 100 grams of milk. Does not seem like a lot. Something seems wrong about this. Okay, I'm gonna try and knead it with my hands and see if that'll. Feels pretty dry. Might have to add some more milk. It says to make a soft dough. Got my dough ball formed, and then what we're gonna do is just sprinkle a little bit of flour on it, and then we're gonna cover it and let it rise for 30 to 90 minutes, or once this flour is cracked. Okay, so we said 30 to 90 minutes. This is it after 35 minutes. Really hasn't risen at all. Well, it's been 90 minutes. It did not really rise, but it did crack. And that's what we wanted. So let's proceed. It's pretty hard feeling. In it goes. 275 grams of room temperature butter. So this right here is 226, so we need 49 grams of butter. Did I do my math right? Oh, perfect. So let's get that going. Oh. Then we need 1 packet of vanilla bourbon sugar. And again, I brought this back from Germany, but you can probably find it online or something. Or you could probably just add extra sugar with a splash of bourbon, maybe. We need 75 grams of fine sugar, so baking sugar. This is actually the sugar that was left over from when I rolled the orange and lemon peel in it. So it's kind of like citrus infused sugar. So I'm gonna add that to the dough instead of plain sugar. Okay, it also calls for 5 grams of salt, which I'm thinking is like literally a pinch. I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt in. Then we add the zest. So I'm just gonna do 2 lemons. I love the smell of fresh lemon. We need 300 grams of rum-soaked raisins. And I've had these soaking in rum for like 30 hours now. They smell really good. I'm using a slotted spoon so that the rum drains out. Ew, you see a raisin stem. Finally, candied peel. I'm just gonna eyeball it and see how much I want to add in. This is the 4 lemons and 3 oranges, which are really good. Really freaking good. Oh my gosh. I think I need to add some more flour. It's getting a little bit wet from the raisins. 75 grams of chopped almonds. I think you're supposed to use the like blanched kind, but I just got sliced almonds. So this is 170. So I'm just gonna pour like that much. Oops. Okay, I did this out of order. You were supposed to add in the butter and sugar and stuff and then let it rise. And then add in the fruit and almond. Oopsie, oh well, I'm sure it'll still turn out okay. Maybe I'll knead it a little bit on the floured surface and then put it on a baking sheet and then leave it to rise for 30 more minutes. Then we are going to add the marzipan log. There is our dough full of deliciousness. Our dough, look at that. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to make 2 logs or 1. I think what I'll do, normally I make 2 and then give them out, but I think this year I'm going to make 1 Stollen and just make a big one and then have everybody eat it on Christmas. Wow, it looks so nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, so right here I have, this is marzipan. The oven preheated to 390. So it's up to 390. Then as soon as we put this in there, we're gonna drop it down to 340. Now I'm rolling the marzipan into a log to go down the center of the Stollen. Put it right up to the edge so every slice has a piece of marzipan. Now I'm going to close it up. Whoa, look at that. Looks like a big baguette. Then I'm going to transfer it to this baking sheet. Now what you want to do is make it a little bit higher than you think, because with all the butter, it is going to flatten out a little bit. So make it a little bit high. That. Oh my gosh, that looks so nice. Wow. Okay, I was not sure how this was gonna turn out, but I'm like really pleased and impressed. Okay, look at that beauty. Okay, we're gonna stick it in the oven now. The reason I had left this flour out is because with the rum raisins, the dough might have been too soft to work with, so you can always add extra flour, but I had no problem shaping it, so I didn't add any extra. But if you needed to, you could. It has been in the oven for only 10 minutes, but I just wanted to show you, look at that. It's already smushing out. Good thing we made it high. So it was in there for almost an hour, about 55 minutes. And the last step we're gonna do, we're gonna brush it with 50 grams of melted butter and then sprinkle about 2 tablespoons of sugar over the top, fine sugar. Then we let it cool all the way, and tomorrow we will dust it with powdered sugar. Here is the finished product, and yes, we did sample it yesterday before anybody comes over and tries it. I just gave it a fresh coating of powdered sugar, but look, you can see it's not too dry, but not too wet. Look at all the rum raisins and candied peels, and look at that big center of marzipan. I make this one every year, but I think this year it turned out the best that I've ever made it, and it's better than any store-bought Stollen I've ever had. It's amazing. Look at that filling. Okay, Omi.
Yeah,
What do you say about this Stollen?
I just tried it and it's the best one I have ever eaten. The marzipan and the candy peel and the raisins, oh my gosh, it's to die for. It's so good.